Alright guys, yours truly over here, back with a new commentary video. Now, this video will be my last one for a while, only because I have so many other projects to work on and I don't want to keep delaying them, so this will be the last commentary video for a while. Anyways, I just want to state to any Rockstar fans that come across this video, I'm a big fan of Rockstar, okay? I bought so many of their games, they have honestly made some of my favorite games, and they are genuinely one of the companies I'd throw my money to in any given case. However, the way Rockstar has been treating its PC players, it has honestly changed my mind and has made me really disappointed in Rockstar. I am of course talking about one of Rockstar's biggest problems. Okay, so if you've watched any Rockstar YouTubers like Swegtar or any other ones, you know a lot about the Rockstar Launcher. You know how buggy and broken it is, and I think a lot of us have seen videos where people just talk about their issues with it or their experiences with it. But my main issue is that Rockstar have yet to fix it. You know, it has been over 7 months and the launcher is still broken. An example being, when you log in for the first time, there is an option simply titled Remember Me. Turning this option on allows you to log in automatically without having to re-enter your details or having to do, you know, recapture.
I know what I have to do, but I don't know if I have the strength to do it.
Anyways, no matter how many times you select this, you still get logged out. I've done this so many times and I constantly get logged out. It comes to the point where it's so irritating that even if I forget some of my details or get the input wrong, I'd have to wait a few minutes to log back in because it doesn't let me. It just takes so long and it's so irritating. And the activation code system, oh yeah, that takes its time. Recently, you know, I felt like making a Rockstar collection, you know, filling my library with some Rockstar games. So I went and bought the legendary LA Noire off a trusted key site. And yes, before you say anything, it is a trusted key site that I've been using for a while. Anyways, when I came to input it in the launcher, I received errors multiple times. I assumed I put it in wrong and tried again and again and again and again. And then suddenly, it finally worked. A stable launcher would have recognized that code and instantly added my game to the launcher. It just pisses me off that this launcher can't even do these simple things. Do we even know why the Rockstar Launcher was created? Oh wait, we do.
We've got to have money.
While the launcher itself is a big problem, the games in it are also pretty messed up. Let's start with the iconic legendary You know what sucks more than a billion-dollar company that can't even make a proper launcher? How about said billion-dollar company ruining one of their greatest games of all time? When the launcher first hit back in 2019, they offered a free copy of San Andreas if you downloaded it. So of course, someone like me who hadn't had the chance to finish San Andreas, I pounced at that offer. I was actually excited to finish this legendary game, so I instantly loaded up, and the first thing I'm introduced is possibly the worst thing I've ever seen. This big, ugly widescreen of the San Andreas menu. Like always, I would give it a chance because it's a pretty old game and my PC is kind of okay, I'm not gonna flex, but the PC is kind of good and it's a pretty old game, so I gave it a chance. But the second I got onto the bike in the first mission, my game stopped working. Yeah, so there are many bugs in this game alone. Like, for example, if you're driving and you try and check the map, the instant you get off of it, your vehicle is instantly stuck, turning right until you pause and unpause again. Oh, and I recommend you keep your CJ skinny or just make him fat. If you enter the gym, you can do all the weights and reps you want, but once you're finished and you try to leave, you will instantly turn right back into the gym. Yep, and the only way to leave the gym is either go to any of the people in there or the boxers and hit them, let them kill you, and you respawn. I'm sorry, but I don't want to keep losing my weapons after a workout. I mean, I understand you could save the game and, you know, you do all the workout then get weapons, but I just find it useless, really, if I'm being honest with you. And there are a lot of bugs, like characters randomly T-posing in cutscenes or cars suddenly bouncing up and down. Okay, so I was in the middle of editing this and I kind of realized that the T-posing and the car bumping up and down isn't actually a problem with this specific version of the San Andreas, but it's actually a problem with all of them. So forgive me, I got those facts wrong. Those bugs don't actually just exist in the Rockstar Launcher version, they exist in all of them. So my apologies there, and back to the video. And my user track playlist, which was working at the time, just stopped working and never works again.
I can't get this flour out.
What's wrong now?
I need something to get the flour out for these little tiny miniature pancakes.
How about this?
This is honestly so disappointing considering GTA San Andreas' legendary status in the gaming industry. To have what's stated as the best GTA of all time be reduced to this garbage, and it seems like it's not only San Andreas that has these issues. The entire classic trilogy has these issues. If you want to look more into it, I recommend Vadim M's video on the RGL versions. In this video, he shows us that the classic GTAs all run on the oldest versions on the launcher.
But the biggest problem that we're dealing with here is that Rockstar Games didn't really bother to polish these games yet again. Right now, no matter what game you buy and play, you won't get 100% satisfaction. All these versions are basically outdated and poorly optimized for modern PCs and current versions of Windows.
Meaning they are ridden with bugs and issues, and unfortunately the launcher is not mod friendly, meaning we cannot use any fixes and we are stuck with this garbage. As well as San Andreas, I also have issues with
What was that?
What?
What was that?
Nothing.
Asshole!
Now, the issues with LA Noire are not as severe as the issues with San Andreas, but they still can be pretty irritating from time to time. An example being whenever I launch the game, all my graphic settings that I had are reverted back to the original. The original graphical settings are a windowed 1280 by 760 mode with 60Hz, and all the graphical settings are switched to performance rather than quality. However, in my version, it's a full screen mode, 1920 by 1080 with 165Hz, and all the graphical settings are quality rather than performance. Now, it doesn't happen constantly, but it does happen from time to time, and it gets very irritating to do it again and again. As well as that, Rockstar just seems to not save my progress on the cloud. I'm always forced to pick a save whenever I load up. While the launcher has caused so many problems, it's not just the launcher that I have a problem with. Bully is my all-time favorite Rockstar game, okay? I've played it about 10 or 12 times and I bought it on every console I own. However, the PC port of Bully is the worst Rockstar port I've ever played. Now, a big Rockstar YouTuber under the name Sigh Rockstar, as well as other Bully YouTubers have spoken about this, but I want to give my own opinion and experience on this. Ladies and gentlemen, when I bought Bully on PC, I was essentially confident that it'd be great. I loaded up my game trusting Rockstar and I was initially disappointed. I was greeted by this ugly small 800 by 600 screen. Now, of course, you can fix graphics. The graphics weren't exactly a big issue because I know that you could alter them, but that really didn't do much. The game is locked in 30 frames per second, so it's a bit slow and irritating. Now, I know that LA Noire kind of has that 30 FPS lock too, but the reason I'm not as bothered about that is because I know LA Noire prides itself on the facial expressions and the facial capture, so I know that the rest of it isn't exactly as important as the detail on the faces, and I kind of don't mind that. I don't mind having a bit of a slow game when I've got, you know, the interrogation looks that good, so I never really cared. But in Bully, I don't really see an excuse for it. If you want to play this game in Windows 10 though, be ready for constant lags and crashes. The game has so many graphical problems, texture problems, and it's filled with glitches and softlogs. Thankfully, the Bully community stepped in and they did Rockstar's job by releasing mods to fix the horrible bugs and allow for some smooth gameplay. They've honestly made other mods like Fight Club and things that I really enjoy, and I just think they've done it so well, especially the Bully community. This game is pretty old now, I think about 10 or so years, and the fact that the community is still keeping it alive by making these new beautiful mods, I actually really like it and I respect it. But honestly, as a fan of Bully, the PC port was just seriously disappointing. I did not like it at all. So, you know, a game that I used to play constantly has now just dropped to a game I don't touch anymore. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to give you some advice and just tell you which games you should buy on Steam or which ones you should buy on the launcher. If you're one of the 3 people who haven't got GTA 5 yet, then honestly you can buy either off the Rockstar Launcher or Steam. As a player of the RGL version, I can confirm it works fine. No bugs, no issues, just solid gameplay. And you know, it's ironic that Rockstar's biggest moneymaker is the only one that works perfectly on PC. Well done, Rockstar, well done. If you're eyeing the classic GTA trilogy, then here is what I recommend. Grand Theft Auto 3 is best purchased off Steam. While it has some minor bugs, they can be easily fixed and you can have good smooth gameplay. It is also open to mods as well. Vice City is best purchased off Steam. While yes, minor bugs still exist in the game, they can be easily fixed with mods and they are open to modding. San Andreas is best purchased off either the Play Store or the App Store. Yeah, I'm sorry fellas, I know you really want to play this on your PC, and I understand why you want to play it on your PC, and as much as I did too, but the Rockstar Launcher version is an abysmal port, as well as the Steam version. I recommend checking this video by Vadim M. He explains the abysmal Steam port, and he also explains the video where he explains the abysmal console ports. So far I've had smooth gameplay on the mobile port of San Andreas, and I honestly think it's worth the £7 you have to pay for it. Now, despite what I've been stating before, if you want to play Bully on your PC, I recommend it, but the Steam version can be easily fixed using silent patch mods, and you have access to amazing mods from the community themselves. I wouldn't recommend you buy the mobile version. It's very washed out and looks very ugly, and the textures and all. Honestly, I recommend you stay far away from that mobile version. Honestly, LA Noire is fine no matter which version you pick. I own the RGL version. I've only had one or few problems, but it comes and goes. It's not a big deal. Unfortunately, I don't know what to say about these games listed on the screen. I haven't played 2 of them, and I haven't exactly played enough of Red Dead 2 to decide which version you should get. Overall, ladies and gentlemen, my issues with Rockstar is just the way they treat their PC players. It makes it really hard for me to keep having faith on them when this stuff happens. As a PC player myself, it just disappoints me because I love Rockstar like I stated before. It's just a shame I'm never going to be able to play their legendary games without these annoying bugs and issues that are clearly not being fixed yet. You know, just so many issues with the launcher and the games, they're just making me lose faith in Rockstar, but you know, I'm still holding up hope out here. Hope it's going to turn out well. Rockstar, I believe in you, and I know you'll do the right thing. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Sorry if it's a bit too much for a commentary video. I just kind of wanted to get this all out, and I thought this would be the best way to do it. If you like this video, like it. If you dislike it, dislike it. It's been a pleasure. Peace.